short amount of time.
Oh man. So we'll see how this is gonna go, ladies and gentlemen. This is game number 2 between Legion Esports and Rare Adam. Legion on the blue side and Rare Adam on the red.
Okay, to quell all fears, it is indeed just an XP lane, Lucas, Rome, Arlott, and then Frederick and Jung. Hold up, wait, powerful, very low.
He's scary. He's definitely scary. Kremgod did lose quite a bit of HP as well, but it doesn't seem like it would all be a bad... Wait, hold a second. Why is Dawn winning against Meow?
Yeah, no, because of the sheer damage. They changed the way the ult works. They changed the cooldown, but they did lessen the damage.
Okay.
So yeah, Dawn, we might have bumped into this weird...
interaction, I guess.
Yeah, this weird specific matchup wherein it's not the Dairoth, it's not the Esmeralda, but the Lucas against the Uranus.
Okay, we'll see how long this actually lasts against that Uranus. Because the moment that Uranus kind of dipped himself right out of the fight, he'll be back in with full HP like shortly after, right? But in the meantime, the Lucas doesn't have that great of a spell vamp in his base kit. So it definitely needs some time for him to kind of pop off.
Okay, I'd reckon this is going to be either a hybrid or more on damage build.
Feels Bruiser to
Lucas. Yeah. So maybe if you're saying Bruiser, 60% damage and then 40% defense. So, you know, it's just like one choice defense item, two choice defense items. Because you still got to win. Look, he's beating up Meow.
Yeah. So I would like to understand. I would like to believe that he would want to possibly, if he's kind of leading, he can still kind of go for the Hunter Strike into the War Axe and then end it off with the Queen's Wings, right? So technically, it's kind of the same in some sense.
Yeah. So he's not going off of script. It's just that the fact that we did not expect Lucas to show up.
Not at all.
He's changing the way we understand this matchup. Now he's going hunting, finds Joga, pops the Beast Unleashed.
He's still got quite a bit of damage. He forces Joga out of the fight already, and there is no way for Joga to try to come in and steal the turtle out of Rare Adam.
Mission accomplished. Again, they're allowing Lanaya to call the shots, and I reckon it was something close to you go zone out Joga, zone out Meow, so I can clearly take this, and we can snowball out of control like in game 1.
Looks like everything's still in the script. Rare Adam understands exactly what they're trying to do, and in fact, at this point in time, they're even trying to play a lot more aggressive, even though this is a possibility for these two members, Lanaya and Cat9, to get completely sandwiched out. However, that is going to be the final slash that forces Kremgod to flicker out of the way.
Oh my lord, Grand Theft Orange in your face. Legion Esports is well aware that Rare Adam stole away their orange, and there's nothing they can do about it. Rare Adam are pushing forward in value, but here's the thing. We cannot discount Legion Esports. Again, game 1, we saw that they were so beat down, right? Early lead for Rare Adam, but still, Joga was able to farm up. So maybe he'll do the same thing here.
We'll see how this goes. Meow actually kind of helped Lanaya to kind of clear his own orange buff a little bit earlier than normal. So now he's back into the fight. He can definitely do something to Legion Esports now, because Dawn, he's well on his way to getting himself quite a bit of a pretty good fight against this Uranus. I don't even know if whether there will be a point in time where Uranus can leave his lane faster than Dawn.
What was that? Was that, yep, Cat9 firing off a final slash, hoping to catch a rogue member of Legion Esports in the river brush. But these are very aggressive rotations. Look at how they're circling around, not even near the turtle just yet, forcing a rainy sandstorm from Kremgod. Legion Esports, again, what's the game plan here? This is such a different tempo, even from game 1.
I think that even for them, they don't have the avenue to initiate, because when it comes down to initiating, they want to play in full-on team fight kind of thing, right? Allow Kremgod go in, Raging Sandstorm, Meow soaks in the damage, but now Meow is kind of stuck in lane. They have got no way to kind of clear the wave unless he goes in for proxying.
Early consecration used on the Meow, missing that final slash just by an inch. Now, Kremgod onto Mikey. Oh, wow. This is one way to make up for some farm.
Okay, so at least they do have a couple of the energy turret shields all the way down to the bottom lane. They will, of course, yield that turtle over to Rare Adam and just be like, no, it's okay. We got some money out of the turrets.
100% turtle take rate so far for the Chinese squad. Rare Adam winning lane to lane. Say what you will about the energy shield turret, but they weren't able to take it down. There wasn't enough firepower just yet, or it wasn't as full committal, because Rare Adam was about to send dudes over there to stop Legion Esports from pushing. And look at this. The top lane gets opened up for Dawn.
More energy shields being taken, so it's just kind of going back and forth, back and forth.
Oh.
Though not a lot of objectives from the side of Legion Esports. They're trying to play things a little bit safer, hoping that they will be able to transition over to the mid stages of the game with not any casualty.
I'm trying to look at this glass half full, but Cat9 has missed 3 out of 3 final slashes in the past minute.
No, it's all about conditioning.
Or zoning. See, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like, optimistically, it's because he's just checking range and making sure no one from Legion comes in and gets punished. But Rare Atom, they're winning, so it doesn't matter. Up by about 1,000 gold now. Joga finally picks up his Starlium sight. A lot of pressure on the Pao Fu. Pao Fu is such a champ. He's taken this well because he's really not doing much. But the fact that he's not doing much and they're still winning this much means his Zushin is working.
Just continue to go on. As long as Rare Atom is able to hold their front lines pretty well, then that's going to be great. But in the meantime, Cat9 opens things up with that final slash, but it's not going to go anywhere too far. Lanaya actually dealt quite a bunch of damage over to Mel despite that small amount of grey HP.
Yep, he dealt damage and he took damage, and he's still here to fight. And they're putting a lot of pressure on this gold lane tier 1 down bottom. Let's see. No fights just yet. Oh! I was waiting for Cat9 to pull the final slash again.
One thing that I don't really like about Legion Esports lineup is the fact that their only crowd control is locked behind a single ultimate. And that's the only thing that they have, right? As long as KramGod kind of misses the ultimate, oh, boo-hoo. They no longer have got any ways to stop Lanaya.
Well, technically 1.5. Oh, wait.
1.5?
Duel. KramGod and the rest of them dodges it. Flickers out of the way. Yeah, 1.5. You have the Rain Sandstorm.
Yep.
And the...
Oh, right, Shocker, right. Never mind.
Yes.
The Kimi. Kimi still have got quite a bit.
Falls. Yeah, but again, it's soft control.
Soft control, even the immobilize as well. So it's still something, right? As long as KramGod lands something, so at least Shocker can come in for a follow-up. So at least they still got something working out for them.
Okay. That's a third turtle taken by Rare Atom. Abstract, this is a 0-0 score game so far, 7 minutes in. It's clear that Rare Atom are winning on the map, but what do they do with it, right? They're just taking these turtles and nothing else.
It's not a far cry between these two teams at all. We don't have a gap that big because we're only looking at what?
Change.
Yeah. It's not massive at all. In fact, Legion Esports, they are quite disciplined.
It's not tough.
It's not tough?
It's not big. It's about average. And here we go. That's an ult thrown out by Shocker on Lanaya. Solo. Nothing gonna happen there. That's a lot of nothing happening for about 8 minutes now.
Nothing at all. But maybe turrets? We're starting to see something. And this is definitely gonna go down. And Ori for someone, the amount of damage that Don actually managed to dish out is pretty darn crazy. But it seems like Don wants to continue on to this fight. He manages to flicker himself out of the way and gets a kill down a shotgun. Finally, some trades going on about. But Don, he can't get any closer to Daylight, allowing Daylight to get himself 1 kill.
That's a 2 for 2. Massive flex by Don. He started everything and then he ended everything. But the fact that they lost Mikey along the way makes this a more beneficial trade for Legion Esports. They only lost their mid laner and their roamer. So roll per roll, economy-wise, Rare Atom kind of bit off more than they could chew. This does lead to a push down bottom. So I guess mission accomplished still for Rare Atom. And now traction pause thrown out. It's so hard because you're right. Abstract, because of the lack of true CC, or at least more easily accessible initiations, Legion Esports can't pick fights so quickly. Maybe that's what explains just the low kill score.
Yeah, even if they find an opportunity, they're locked behind a long animation of that Raging Sandstorm as well. And in order for you to almost guarantee that lockdown, KramGod have to use his flicker. So if they want to really commit to it, they have to go all out.
All right, luckily KramGod does have his flicker up. Cooldown on all massive ults. Off cooldown 2, and now the Lord dance has begun. Meow putting tabs onto Lanaya, powerful, threatening the slam. Dawn gets spotted out here by KramGod. The map clearly belongs to Rare Atom, but they are still sending over Mikey. He can go coast to coast. Not much. Even this Lord dance is taking much longer for a clear victor. The surface.
Even for Legion Esports, it seems as though they are not afraid of any repercussions that may happen to them. Like Rare Adam isn't exactly touching Meow nor on the Cram God. They're constantly just dancing around, ensuring that they can kind of fire some of these pot shots over to the Lord as much as possible. Cram God though, he's actually lost a lot of HP. He had to go for the quick sand guard now, and this might actually spiral into something. As Lanaya is just gonna be chaining the retribution along with the appraiser's rep, allowing them to get themselves the Lord as well as Cram God as in daylight. Just both of them going down as Mikey joins into the fray well enough and just continuously just putting themselves right into the face of Meow. As such, it's gonna be done. Moving on forward, Shock is not gonna go down. They're gonna be fine.
Legion Esports, they faced Rare Adam on an arena they weren't ready for. They said, we're gonna go for the Lord, and instead of going for the turn, went for the Lord as well, and you can't beat the Appraiser's Wrath plus the Retribution combo.
Way too much damage.
Maybe only second the lethal counter on Balmond plus Retribution. So, Rare Adam now, clear win. Again, they're up on a kill. They gained one more than Legion Esports. They got the big objective and are holding on to the biggest lead they've had all game. Oh no, Dawn!
Oh no, Dawn! He's managed to get himself quite a bit of spell vamp, but that is only gonna get them to buy enough time per se. So now the Lord charges onto his trident and managed to get quite a bit of chunk away from the T3 turret, hoping that they will be able to crack this one open, and they might actually be able to actually. Meow pushing himself forward, trying to push Rare Adam a little bit further away, create some great space, but they still lost the T3 turret. Joga comes in between. Proxy wasn't able to get a kill on the Rare Adam though.
Okay, that was a split-second decision made by Joga. He definitely could have dived in, all right? He definitely could have said, no, push, we're gonna fight him. But instead, he went the other way. He turned the other cheek, Abstract. He said, no, I'm gonna go for my purple. We'll play for the map, which I think is a smart move. Don't get me wrong. He definitely could have forced the issue, but it's just 11 and a half minutes.
Yeah.
There is time to make up for it, and they already lost their inhibitor down bottom, so they should cut their losses and reclaim parts of the map instead of overcommitting and overextending.
Absolutely agree. At that point in time, it's gonna, yes, they are in a position to do so, but is it the right time to do it so, right? 11 minutes and 48 seconds now. At the moment that they kind of go down, yes, they can lose a couple, one or two, and they still can make it for the Lord, but it will definitely be scary because they will lose real estate around their own jungles.
That's right. You could, but
would you? You
should
could.
you?
Yeah, should you? Yes.
Put it on a shirt. Could you, but should you? All ranked game players should ask themselves these questions several hundred times per game. You could, but should you? And now Legion Esports, the reason why the map looks relatively blue is because they made that call. So they're holding on 4-4, about 2,000 gold between these squads. Legion Esports holding on, making a play. They're setting up to contest this Lord coming up in about 20, upper quarter. I'm not so sure if the strategies that they employed in game one will work. Because popping Lanaya now is so much harder than it was in game one.
It's tough, man. This guy is a tanky beast. I'm not exactly sure what items that he has, but one thing's for sure is that he's got quite a lot of HP working for him now. Even Meow doesn't have too much, but he's just a regenerative boy. So with the Lord now available, this is going to be the continuous dance, right? The global presence is ultimately going to be important. Rare Adam can have, of course, a very strong lane down in the bottom. It's an opposite lane after all.
Oh, man. Is this... Say it ain't so. Are they really going to commit Cram God to this? Oh no, what is Cram God doing?
Huh? I think he's just waiting for the possible appearance of Mikey, I suppose. But Mikey, SOD, is not gonna land, but this is gonna be a fake out because he's actually pretty darn close into the fight. As such, he will join into the fray with the spear of quiescence, just gonna be melting down the members of Joker. And Legion Esports already losing 3. Cram God and Daylight back into their base, and they have got nothing to do but to bring down Ballistas.
That was all Rare Adam. Legion Esports, again, one could only guess what the plan was. Cram got to clear the wave. Cram got to just hide in the bush and buy. I don't know if he was buying time even. Now the Lord's marching down bottom. There's a fat wave in mid. All of Rare Adam are underneath the base. Cram got very low, and now they're just waiting for a wave.
The waves now marches in. There is a Lord down at the bottom as well. But unfortunately for Rare Adam, Legion Esports, all of their members are back, baby.
I'm still hung up on the fact that there were better decisions, more calls that Legion Esports could have done. Maybe even Joe got to clear that wave down bottom. If they were fully committing to the Lord, then maybe let go of the Lord. Instead, they had to lose 3 dudes, lose priority on the map. and then lose their mid lane inhibitor too. This could have been worse. 100%. This could have been ended right then and there.
They could be,
But
yeah.
they lost more than they should have, is what I'm saying.
There is still going to be a very tight wave moving up from the top lane, though. We do have a quick little taunt from Lunai. They're going to land on anyone, but in the meantime, the final slash connects. Cramp Guard goes straight in, of course, ensuring that he still has the quick sand guard, but he still goes down. Cat 9 is going to be next one to the chopping block, but maybe Shocker will be able to do something over to the side of Dawn, but he gets melted down almost immediately with a double kill credited over to him. Rare Adam has not lost anyone except for Cat 9, and this is going to be more than enough for them to deal with now and subsequently the Crystal.